Welcome back to Down the Track, and the second test match of this exciting series between India and New Zealand is upon us. Virat Kohli is back. It's raining in Mumbai, but hopefully we'll get some clear sky soon and some test cricket action. It's a deciding game. Either team can win this series or it can be a draw as well. I have with me my co-host Abraziz. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good. I'm just surprised about the rain in Mumbai. Usually in December there's almost never rain in Mumbai. I've been told. So this is a little worrying because apparently the rain is pretty bad, and tomorrow's and the game would start set to start in a few hours. Might be delayed by a bit. So
Yeah.
uh, we'll see how that goes. That's not in our control. But I'm very excited about the game. I think New Zealand held by the scruff of a thread, so to say, but they did a commendable job at that. Not a lot of teams have been able to succumb to the pressure, bat a whole day without giving away the wicket, even though they won by just one. They drew by just one, so it's not a
Yeah.
bad idea. It's not. It's a testament to what this New Zealand side is. They were missing a couple of their players as well. The likes of Conway, the likes of Bolt and stuff. There's not a team
Both.
that is,
Yes.
yeah. So, and this is a team that's come in right after the T20 World Cup and playing a T20 series and then coming in over here. It's not ideal conditions for them as well. But I think they're stuck. They are a commendable team and they continue to play very very well. Uh, I think a draw was a fair result at the end of the day. I think India in patches were not, when they could dominate, they were not able to. I think that they should have done a little bit more. But overall, I think it sets up for a very, very exciting second match, which we are looking forward to in a few hours' time.
Definitely. And do you see any changes from India side of thing? Because I mean, you will have to see a change. Virat Kohli is coming in. Shreyas Iyer has cemented his place, it looks like. So for you, is it Mayank Agarwal going out and Pujara coming in as makeshift, or Virat Kohli coming in for Pujara or Rahane? How do you see it?
So I have a feeling that that's what they'll do. I think that they will go with Mayank Agarwal being dropped. Bharat apparently will make his debut, and he is a good opener, so he might go and open the innings, which I think is a little unfair on a keeper. To be very honest with you, because I think long day of cricket in terms of keeping and then going out to open the batting is always difficult in my opinion, because I think keeping is the hardest. Position to field at while you're in the field. So it's a little unfortunate, but I think KS Bharat will be looking for the opportunity to play in a test match. So I think that he will take it with both arms. So in my opinion, that's what I think they'll do. But I think it's getting to a point where Rahane has to get a big one, otherwise his place is in serious jeopardy. In my opinion, I think that the more logical decision would be to keep KS Bharat and in at number 7 and continue with Mayank Agarwal, and unfortunately give Rahane the axe. But I think with the way the team is set up, I think it's gonna go Mayank Agarwal drop and give one more chance to Pujara and Rahane to really make the most of of one of the very very few chances that they might have left in them, because the talent that's there. Shreyas Iyer comes in, he scores a century and a 50. Every time anyone comes in, they perform, and then it becomes hard to drop them. With that being said, I think that they will, because of Rahane's and Pujara's past performances. I think even though those performances have been a little bit uh, overdue now, I think that they can't keep relying on those past performances. So it's a matter of time, I think. But I think if they can perform in the next game or two, I think then they give themselves a little bit more time. But it's getting to a point where it's very very important that they start performing.
I honestly, I agree with the Rahane thing. I would do that as well. And but I would just go with Saha because if he's fit, which I think he is, he's played a match-saving knock in a way because they're 50
Yeah,
for 5, right, with him in
yeah.
a year. So I would probably go with Saha. And even though Bharat kept well, I would just go with Saha because he did perform with the bat.
I am told that Bharat will make way because of the fact that uh, Saha is not 100% fit. But I don't
He's
know
not
if that's,
100%.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, yeah, I just saw a report that he's clear. If he's not clear, then it makes sense. If he's clear, then I would stick with Saha in that sense. But for New Zealand, would you drop Somerville and bring in Wagner because we saw you saw Southey and Jameson picking up a bunch of the wickets in the first test, and you add another seamer to that, like with the status of Wagner, and you really have a serious attack there.
Absolutely, I think that's a no-brainer there, because I think there's a clear idea of sticking to your strengths. I think New Zealand's strength is their fast bowling. you saw that even though Ashwin and Jaddu and Aksar were picking up wickets in the spin area, but none of the New Zealand spinners were picking up wickets. And they have the likes of Ayaz Patel and Ravindra. I can't
Rachin
remember.
Ravindra.
Rachin Ravindra, who can actually toss the
I
arm
just
around.
remember because of Sachin and Dravid. That's why he was named.
I believe that is why he's Rachin Ravindra. True. So very interesting analogy over there. I would also go as far as maybe dropping Ayaz Patel, because I think Ayaz Patel was not up to the mark. But I just feel like Somerville is more of a part timer, more of an off spinner, and the only reason I'm saying is Rachin and Ayaz Patel kind of similar angles, both left arm
Hmm.
spinners. So maybe keep a little bit of a different angle with Somerville and Rachin, and maybe drop in Ayaz Patel. But either way, whichever spinner they decide to drop, I think Wagner makes his way into this team for sure.
Yeah, and one thing is for sure, the spinners need to pick up the line and length a bit more, because I think New Zealand could have won that test match if just spinners contributed just a bit more, because they had India 50 for 5, if you look at it from there.
Yeah,
And then,
yeah.
of course, India should have won it, but I don't think India should have been in that position to even put pressure on New Zealand if the spinners did their job.
I
But you
agree
can say the same
100%.
thing about India, they didn't finish off the game. So it can go either way. I think it's a very tough game from that side of things. Virat Kohli back. Are we going to see 100? How is he going to approach this? Do you see any changes in approach from India for this test match?
I mean, I feel like Virat Kohli is raring to go. I just feel like he's had enough of these questions against him and stuff like that. I just hope that continues and he can really get a big score, because there is nothing better in world cricket than to see a full flowing Virat Kohli century, and he has very good memories in the Wankhede. So I'm hoping that he can really turn it around and get a big score for us. Along with Rahane, that would just be ideal. I think both of them at 4 and 5 can really get the scores going and get India in a commanding position. Let's say if they bat first.
Yeah, absolutely. And I
With
just feel
Virat, the toss can always be tricky. So
yeah, the toss is an issue, but one thing is, I think at home, this guy's mastered captaincy. Starting from that 2017 series against Australia, home series, or even before that against South Africa in 2015. When it comes to home test matches, whoever comes in, he knows exactly how to handle it. He knows how to play to strengths, and I think the curator will have a word, will be given a word or whatever about how the pitch should behave. And I see it, no matter how much it rains. I think I see it turn from ball one, to be honest with you. I think that's just the way India's gonna go. What they did to England, just stifle it. If you're not being able to get them out, and they're trying to block your way out, right? That's it. Just you use your conditions and finish the game in 3 days. I think that might be the way they'll go.
and it's not wrong to use home conditions. Everyone uses home conditions. Like England uses the swinging conditions because they have the best swinger bowlers out there. Australia
Yeah,
uses
yeah, I have no problem with
pacey
it.
pitches. So India's strength is it's the spin. They have three good spinners in there. It's very very simple to just get out a turner over there.
It's a risk,
Go,
we saw that under Dhoni's captaincy, they did that and they got battered against England at home. So it is a risk, it's just that Virat Kohli's team has mastered it. They know exactly. I think the likes of Ashwin and Jadeja have really mastered the way to bowl on this kind of pitch. And the batsmen, I wouldn't say have mastered playing spin, but they just, I think the lower middle order actually step up as well. So they just have that tiny bit edge in batting, and their bowling, they've actually mastered where to bowl, basically.
Absolutely, I think that this is a well oiled Indian team. I think, especially in the Test arena, they are also finalists in the World Test Championship for a reason. So there's no denying that. I think this is a solid team, and this is probably the best two teams going out there in different formats as well. So
Hmm.
just have to wait and see how this game comes out. It's a very very exciting game to watch.
Yeah, your players to watch out for from both sides.
Virat Kohli. I think Virat Kohli for sure, 100%. There's no doubt about it, because Virat Kohli, I can see it in his eyes. I just feel like he's raring to go. I think that he's had enough of this. There's been a lot of negative criticism about his captaincy, and now with him dropping T20 captaincy, with dropping RCB captaincy and stuff like that. I think he's had enough of this negative publicity. I think it's a time to really shine and get those positive vibes coming, positive news coming his way. I think that's why for me, Virat Kohli. For me, on the New Zealand side, I want to see how the fast bowlers, if they can continue to do what they did. If the pitch is giving them even less to work with, they think the pitch gave them a little bit to work with, but they did very commendably in Jamieson and Southee. But I think with Wagner coming in, I just want to see if they can really go for it, go for that kill, and hope that the spinners support them a little bit. If they can get 5, 6, 7 wickets, at least spinners should be getting about 2, 3, especially in pitches that are conducive to spin.
Yeah, and I think if New Zealand do win this match, it's right up there with that World Test Championship just because of the conditions. Of course,
Absolutely.
not in terms of the trophy, but like just in terms of challenge. Beating India in India, it's not happened in a long time, and if they can pull this off, they're a team right up there in the history books for sure. And
Absolutely.
with the series on the line, your prediction?
I think India will nick this one.
India will nick it. Yeah, I see this match rolling in 3 days. I don't know why, unless Rain has something to say about it. But if it's a full 5 day, okay, weather is clear, we might have a delayed start as well. But if it's not the case, then I think it'll wrap up either way in 3 days. I'm just giving that prediction. It's not for sure. I'm just giving that prediction.
We'll
But
find out. I have a feeling
yeah,
something like that might happen. I think that they will capitulate to a ton of spin, I think.
yeah, it might happen, but hoping for a good test match. We saw an amazing first test match, so hoping for a cliffhanger of a second test match to seal the series. And yeah, we'll keep you updated over here day to day. Don, do you have anything else to add?
No, I'm just looking forward to what is going to be an exciting test match. I think uh, just want to see how India really responds to what they could have easily won, not easily won, but they should have won. They didn't end up
Yeah,
winning, and that extra bit of zest coming in from Virat Kohli. Just want to see how that
yeah,
goes down.
definitely, man. Enjoy the game. I will catch you throughout the test match, and then hopefully after the test match, we'll do a review as well. So,
Of course.
yeah, a lot of cricket to look forward to. Enjoy the rest of your day and enjoy the test match.
Yeah. Take care, man.
Thank you so much.